Another glorious day for the Nigerian police force and glorious day for our country, Nigeria. Today, we will be giving a brief on several significant police operations conducted by the Nigerian Police Force Intelligence and Tactical Team, the Department of Force Intelligence IRT, and the Federal Capital Territory Anti-Violent Crime Section. These commendable operations have led to the arrest of dangerous criminals involved in various heinous crimes and recoveries of illicit arms and ammunition, as well as other illicit items across the country. As you are all aware, that on 9th of January 2024, we had a press briefing where we paraded a total of 67 suspects for various crimes across the country, and we promised not to relent on our efforts to attack every form of criminality in the country. I am proud to announce to you today, 20th January 2024, that we have kept and we are still keeping this promise. The results of our relentless fight against crime is surely paying off, as we all witness here today. In today's press briefing, we have a total of 16 suspects arrested by the gallant operatives of the Intelligence Response Team and the Anti-Violent Crime Section of the FCT. And I've been informed again that the Anti-Kidnapping Section of the Federal Capital Territory has arrested some suspects who are going to be on display here today. These suspects have all given their confessional statement and are still providing our operatives with more relevant information to aid in the apprehension of other criminals and the further tackling of crime and criminality. We have also recovered today a total of 5 AK-47 rifles, 11 pistols, 2 pump action guns, 1 English-made Beretta pistol, 65 rounds of 7.62 mm live ammunition, that is for AK-47, and 7 rounds of 9 mm live ammunition for Beretta pistol from the apprehended suspects, which will serve as exhibits for prosecution of these various cases as and when due. It's important for us to know that barely for this, the IGP launched the special interventions called for the Federal Capital Territory. These achievements started rolling in. The first case we will be revealing today is a case of criminal conspiracy, kidnapping, and armed robbery. The suspects involved are Idris Ishaku, aka Yellow, male of 27 years. Are we having Yellow here? Can the IPOs of all these cases be on standby and bring your suspect one after the other as their names are being announced? Bala Umar, male 27 years, and Dairu Salisu, male 27 years. These ones are those we picked on 16th of January in connection with the kidnapping in Buhari, local government area of the Federal Capital Territory. On the 15th January 2024, the commander IRT received credible intelligence that a GSM number under surveillance belonging to one Idris Ishaku, aka Yellow, male, made a call to another number informing the recipient of the call of his plans to carry out a kidnapping operation at Degian House, and further stated that he had invited some other kidnapping gangs who had promised to execute this operation with him. On the 16th of January 2024, Idris Ishaku, aka Yellow, called another GSM number belonging to another, who was later identified as Dogo, and informed him that the civil servant in their captivity is a very wealthy man with a lot of assets and should not be released for any sum less than 50 million naira. He further stated that he is still surveilling one other polytechnic named withheld for security reasons located in Niger State in order to kidnap students, which will give them more money. On the 17th January 2024, operatives of hierarchy arrested Idris Ishaku, Bala Umar, and Iro Salisu. Preliminary investigations show that this group has been involved in several kidnapping operations in the Federal Capital Territory, including some that have occurred in the Buhari axis of the Federal Capital Territory. Our operatives are currently intensifying efforts to rescue the hostage in their captivity and make sure other members of this gang are apprehended immediately. There's no need, let them face, let them face. Me and cameramen, we have agreement on what to do. We're going to blunt their faces. Let them see. Yellow. Can we have another microphone for Yellow? Can you speak English? Banaji. Can we have a good interpreter?
Another hear English fine. They hear small.
I make you speak the one way they speak like that. Make you speak pidgin. How old are you?
Shekarun Kanawa.
Can you speak pidgin?
They speak small.
Speak. The small is okay for us.
No problem.
Where you come from?
From Buhari.
Okay. You dey live for Buhari, or you come from somewhere? I can't do something for Buhari.
I come from some Buhari. I dey for Buhari. Yes.
Now there you dey live.
Yes.
You don't marry.
I no marry.
You no get pikin.
No, I no get.
Wetin be the job wey you dey do for Buhari? Which job you dey do? Wetin you dey do? Take job.
Me, I am farming. I am security. Then I am come. Money come make me enter this. Problem is kidnappers.
Oh, you dey do kidnapping join now? Yes. How many you don't do before now? Two.
I do one. This year, 2.
This year don't do 2?
Yes.
How much na they collect from those people wey na they carry?
The first one of Kuchikobari na collect 600,000. Then the second one na collect 500,000. Then from the Buhari Arab. Then the last one is the man wey dey for ground wey Nepabi. Una don't carry, una never collect the money.
Okay, una never collect the money.
Yes.
Where you see the gun? Where they use?
Now?
The gun. Bintiga.
No, I don't have gun. I don't have gun, but they enjoy me with the people. When that is
we get gun.
We get gun. They enjoy me. These people they get gun. I go to call them and come. Want to do this business.
He is in the gang. He participates in kidnapping, and in most cases, he goes on recce. He will enter Buhari town to take note of those that have kidnapping value, that have money that can actually cover out ransom. So you inform them again. And when they pick them from Buhari, they know how to take them across to the border communities linking to Kaduna axis. He's a very strong, very, very strong kidnapper. And I want to say, without missing word there, that with this one with us, we're going to have a sigh of relief in the Federal Capital Territory because he's a strong kidnapper and we have placed him on surveillance for a very long time. But we are very happy to announce that he's here with us in our 5-star hotel, where we take care of him and before we take necessary action on prosecution. Some of our communities in Abuja particularly Buhari. They all reside in Buhari, and I want to say possibly many of them have planted themselves in various communities across the Federal Capital Territory. So I want to urge our landlords, landladies, community leaders, estate managers to always take note of those we want to adopt into our various communities. Don't jump at them as a landlord that you have seen tenants. I want us to adopt this method now in the Federal Capital Territory of profiling whoever that wants to rent any facility, any property from us. Always work with the police, work with other security agencies, particularly the DSS. We have certain information about some of these people. If they come around, they want to rent any apartment, any facility from you, please contact us for adequate profiling. It's that time we started doing this in the Federal Capital Territory and by extension in all our communities across the country. What they have been doing is to groom themselves, plant themselves in various communities, and all they do is they gather money to support. Go and rent an apartment where you're going to ride. You don't be surprised many of them have very, very expensive apartments that ordinarily you think they cannot afford to even pay the rent. But they gather money is a strategy they use to plant them in that place. So we want all of us to please be vigilant. Let us work with security agencies to profile and find out who is these tenants that I want to accept to my property. The second case we're going to have today is arrest of armed robbery and kidnapping suspect. Chinaza Philip Okoye Michael, 28 years, male of Zauda village, Abuja. This is the case that already gone viral, but we are here today to clear the air and of course puncture some insinuations that the police has killed this young man to silence him and cover some facts. This time around, with the launching of SIS, the game has changed. There's no need to do cover up for everybody. There's no need for us to deceive Nigerians when we have cases like this. So for those who have been peddling rumors on social media, listen carefully now. He's still alive there on the stretcher because he was hit by the bullets during the operation, but he's there on the stretcher. Gentlemen of the press, you can see. And on 17th January 2024 at about 7 p.m., the complainant's name with it, I don't want to mention his name here, was adopted from his house along with his Ilos van with registration number RBC 90DL, grey color, by 4 armed men who disguised as in a white Mercedes-Benz 230 car. The victim was to be taken to Kano State, but they stopped at Kaduna, where they dispossessed the victim of his ATM cards, of which the sum of 500,000 naira was transferred from his account. But they ran out of luck as they were intercepted by police operatives at a filling station in Kaduna. 3 of them escaped, while one by the name Chinaza Philip Okoye Michael was arrested and the said Ilos van was recovered. It was discovered that 2 out of the said 4 armed men are Abuja based. Chinaza Philip Okoye Michael and one Kide Bere. It was also discovered that Chinaza Philip Okoye Michael and his accomplices had earlier been arrested, sometimes in November 2023, and charged for similar offenses at High Court, Kwali, Abuja, but currently on bail. I think he was granted bail, is now on bail, but now went back to committing even worse crimes while on court bail. And this is to tell people that are making insinuations again that he is not a kidnapper. We are saying it again, and I wanted to put it on record that Chinaza Philip Okoye Michael is a notorious kidnapper. This is not the first time. He's even in court, but he's on bail. Yet he went ahead to go and kidnap this man on that fateful day. He's there on a stretcher. If you want to see him, you're going to see him. The news has already been broken. Is in the news. He was arrested in Kaduna, but handed over to FCT command for further investigation and prosecution, because the jurisdiction of that offense falls within the Federal Capital Territory. The next case is arrest of armed robbery, culpable homicide, and terrorism suspects. Hussein Hassan, a.k. Malam Biu, 54. Jubri Musa Goje, a.k. Madaki, 47. Operatives of RT on 19th January 2024 arrested the day of Hussein Hassan and Jubri Musa, both from Plateau State. During the course of interrogation, they confessed their active participation and involvement in the attacks that led to the death of scores of human beings, of our beloved Nigerians, around Bokos, Bakenladi, and Mangu local government areas of Plateau State. The suspects have given useful information on the whereabouts of their fleeing members. And for you to know that the same special intervention squad launched by the Inspector General of Police on 29th of December 2023 in Plateau State is active, and that's why we are going after all these elements one after the other. The RRT is a key unit of the force that relies so much on technology to apprehend suspects in all areas, particularly when it comes to the issue of kidnapping, armed robbery, and the likes. So we have this though. We are there, Hussein Hassan. Other members of the gang. So cameramen, you got to blunt their faces after you must have seen them. We all do this for people to know that we don't stage anything. We are working hard 24 hours. Everybody is on his toes to make sure we decimate these criminal elements and we restore peace and normalcy back to our various communities. Hussein Hassan. Akwai turanci ne? Akwai? Kadan. Bashi.
Ranka daɗe wannan bayan da kake
No, if you speak English again. Sabi say akwai kadan. Give us kadan. What is your name?
Hussein Hassan.
Where you come from?
From Plateau.
Where in Plateau?
Bokos local government, Dafo district.
Bokos?
Yes.
You be indigene of Bokos, I mean you be visitor.
I'm indigene of Bokos local government, but I stay in Dafo district.
So why you can't do this killing? What do they do?
No sir, I don't know that thing. Completely.
What you can't do? What did they do?
Ni abin da na sani shine ana neman yaro na ne mai suna Mubarak. Police suka je suka arrest now. Suna neman ka musu yaro. What I know, just only what I know. So sun nemi in ka musu yaro nace su ban haɗin kai ni ma zan ba su haɗin kai.
Anyway, collect my mind from him. What is certain, like I said, that we would always move towards forensic investigation, analysis of events. For at this level we're here now in the police, we have the equipment to do what we want to do scientifically. So whoever that must have been picked by our tactical teams has been fingered in that particular crime. So whether you are here to say you do or you don't do is immaterial. We have you here and we have credible evidence against you. But I don't want to reveal anything here now because the case is still on with us. They were actually brought in today, even they have been on the field, taking us to some places. They were brought back this morning for this press briefing. I'm sure When we pick other members who think they are safe wherever they are, we are still coming back to do proper analysis of this case. And one pending that involves one prominent Nigerian again, we are still coming back with all those cases so that Nigerians can know that in security business, we trust no one. Return them, please. The next case is a case of arrest of gun-running suspects. We are more interested in this case because these one are trained experts and they are into gun running. We believe if you break the powers of this cartel of gun runners, our battle to win these violent crimes are almost 80% successful. If they are not harmed, they are nobody. I imagine this tiny one now will face me and ask me to go to the bush with him without any harms. I will beg him and we are going to fight. So we are taking two things very serious. The issue of gun running and use of drug. If they are not on drug and they are not armed, they are not, in fact, they are always very gentle. Very, very gentle. Like far away they shrine. But when they are armed and when they are on drug, they are something else. So we are constantly working with relevant ministry department and agencies to see how we can control this issue of gun running and the misuse or abuse of drugs. So NDLA is working with us in all areas, and the IGP has given marching order to our narcotic unit of the First Criminal Investigation Department, domicile in Alagbon, to do something with us, and we work with other agencies to see how we can actually continue to fight this battle of misuse of drug and abuse of drug. And gun running is a critical thing. You collect that the last time we paraded, I think 2 of them or 3 for gun running. We are getting them. We are getting them, and we shall be there. All we need is support from you to give us adequate information and belief in our system. We still have a system that works in this country. All we need is to be patient, be patriotic enough, and see working with security agencies as a civic responsibility. Ayuba, Kamsen, Samuel, Musa, Magaji, Everest, Silas, Audi, where are they? Are they there? Ready? We have brought one of them for you to see. The 3 are in the cell. For now, I have decided to cover this one's face so that you will know him. These are the people who are still working on them, please. So don't ask me to remove the nose mask. I don't know. I don't remove any nose mask here. Don't give him mic. Don't give him mic. No, I don't want him to talk for many reasons. We are still working on certain things. By the time he talks now, those people that want to get me japa, and I don't want them to japa. We must pick all of them one after the other. Because we believe by the time we tackle these ones, most of these criminally minded elements will not be harmed to carry out their activities. He's a trained person who knows how to handle things. He's a big boy in his own kingdom. This is number 1 man who has sold more than 100 and many guns. More than in hundreds. He has sold guns in hundreds. This one. What's the name? What's his own name? Magaji Everest, male. He has sold guns in hundreds, and that is the truth. We have recovered some of the guns and the ammunition. Those are the pistols you are going to see on the deck there. We are going there shortly. We have recovered. We continue to recover. We know the work with some cartels, with some agents and gangs again. We are going to get them. And for those who fabricate again for them, We are going after those who are fabricating these guns. I know many of us in Nigeria, we are talented, we are very, very brilliant, but I think we can use our talent towards a positive direction to assist this country, not to cause more harm to us in Nigeria. Returning, please. From him alone, 11 pistols and many rifles, pump actions have been recovered from him. Armed robbery, kidnapping, and gun running again. Another one. Usman, Yunusa, Samila, Aruna. Are they there? Bring them now. On the 17th day of January 2024 at about 8 a.m., credible information and intelligence was gathered from a law-abiding Nigerian of this nation who pleaded anonymity. Of course, we are not going to disclose your identity. That some dreaded and unrepentant criminals who specialize in terrorizing Kogi State, Kaduna State, FCT, and other parts of northern Nigeria have their hideout at Obajana village in Kogi State. The crack team of IRT was immediately detailed for investigation. The operatives responded swiftly and swung into action by moving down to that location. They succeeded in arresting one Usman Yunusa and one Samila Aruna, and recovered 2 AK-47 rifles from them. Both suspects voluntarily confessed to crime committed, while effort is still ongoing to arrest the remaining members of the syndicate who are currently at large. We know how to get them, and we are closing in on them. We are going to get them as soon as possible. Usman Yunusa. Remove the something, Dollar. Remove the something. Give a mic. Can you speak English?
Banaji Turanchi.
Banaji Turanchi?
Banaji Turanchi.
Banaji?
Banaji.
Amma akwai kadan.
Ba ko kadan.
Ah. Okay. What is your name?
Usman.
You hear that one? Where do you live? Where do you stay?
Abajana.
Abajana. Are you from Kogi State or you just live in Abajana?
Ina zama a wurin ne, na je ne daga Kaduna.
You are from Kaduna? Okay. Why are you here? Why were you arrested?
An kama ne. An kama ne akan laifin kidnapping guda ɗaya da na taɓa yi. Guda ɗaya.
You only kidnapped once. Okay. How much did you collect when you kidnapped once?
20,000.
600,000. How many of you are in the gang?
Mu biyar ne.
5 of you. How did...
Akwai Musa, akwai Nyakel, akwai Sa'idu, akwai Bello.
Bello? Any Bello here?
Sai suka shine Nyakel.
Okay. How did you meet all these your gangs? Where did you meet?
Mun haɗu a ƙauyen Kaduna ne.
Yeah?
Mun haɗu a ƙauyen Kaduna ne. Wuraren Kankoma.
They met in Kaduna. So you met in Kaduna and you now moved to Abajana in Kogi. So what took you to Abajana?
Ni na je na same su can a Abajana. Kafin bayan da na je can ban sake na yi wani abu ba. same shi ne tun kafin na
kuka haɗu kace a Kaduna sai me ya kai su ya kuka haɗu a Abuja?
Shi na koma ne can na same su wa'incan da zama a can.
They all met there.
They are from Kaduna.
How did you coordinate yourself? Were you calling one by one or you just, how did you do it?
Ya kuka san dukan kuna Abuja nan da kuka haɗu? Kun kira junan ku ne?
A'a ne na je na same su ne dalilin Musa dalilin wannan da zama.
They serve to come and
Work
yes.
for kidnapping
Yes.
or for farming?
For kidnapping, they were already there before he came.
For kidnapping. Okay. Gentlemen of the press. I have been informed that this particular Usman was among those who attacked the Kaduna Bank train sometimes ago when many were attacked in the train at Regina. Am I right? He's one of them. He's one of them. But I always say every offense committed leaves a trace. You can only run, but you cannot hide. We will surely get you. Thank you, Usman. We shall meet again. You want to intervene in partner? There's no need now. They are the same thing. The bed of the same feather and they flock together. Are we having the suspects? The suspect from anti-kidnapping FCT? Okay. The next case we have is a case of criminal conspiracy, unlawful possession of retail firearms, ammunition, and attempted armed robbery. Mukhtar Usman Abdullahi, Usman Mohammed, Abaka Mohammed. Are they here? Okay. Can I have the backs of this one? Let them turn their backs, please. I don't want them on. Back. This case is a very sensitive case that we are working on. In October 2023, at about 8 p.m., we got information from Divisional Police Headquarters in Abuja that suspicious movement of new faces believed to be criminal elements were noticed by a trader at the fruit market Zuba. This is community policing. That person was selling his fruit, noticed strange movement, alerted the DPO of that local area. This is how it should be. Immediately, a team was deployed to the area on covert operation, where they arrested one Mukhtar Usman Abdullahi of Dakwal Village, Abuja, with one AK-47 rifle. If they have not noticed that movement, if nothing has been done, perhaps he could have used this AK-47 to perpetrate evil acts that must have led to the death of many innocent souls in the country. The AK was loaded with 30 rounds of ammunition of 7.62 mm live ammunition, while other 4 hoodlums escaped. The arrested suspect led to the operatives to his place of residence, where one Usman Mohammed and Abubakar Mohammed, both men, were arrested. The house was searched, and 2 additional AK-47 rifles and 35 rounds of 7.62 mm live ammunition, together with 1 English-made Beretta pistol with 7 rounds of 9 mm live ammunition were recovered. Just that singular move made by an innocent Nigerian, a patriotic Nigerian, has led to the arrest of all these and recoveries of all this. It is important we take note and know that our duty is to share relevant information with our security agencies and take notes of certain things, strange things around us. The operatives demonstrated the commitment of the force under the amiable leadership of the IGP. May I also reiterate that the Nigerian police force will not relent in its to ensure that our country becomes a safe haven for us in this country. We will continue to combat crime and criminality without ceasing or taking a rest. Let me say here again that I want the anti-kidnapping team of FCT to give me the names of the suspects we have brought forward. They just brought them in now. If you have them, I want the list. Then these ones, like I said, they are into so many things. They are helping us to do so many works on how to curb terrorism in this country. Not only kidnapping, terrorism. They have been picked and we are working on them. Like I said earlier on, that I want our residents in the Federal Capital Territory and anywhere across the country, take note of those they want to accept as guests. Not all guests you see are actually real guests or visitors. That's our culture of accepting Tom, Dick, and Harry must be reviewed at this point in time. These ones have been accepted to a community, but behold, they are terrorists, and we should take note of that. We want you to always please watch those and profile those you want to accept into your community as tenants. It is very, very important. Can I take the leave and let's have another one? Gentlemen of the press, let that be the last case I'm going to showcase today. We want to assure you that with the launch of Operation, the Special Interventions Court for the Federal Capital Territory, we want to reassure the residents of the Federal Capital Territory, particularly the suburbs, that we are there to flush this criminal element out of this territory. FCT is having a sigh of relief. In the last 4-5 days, the battle has been very hot, and it is paying off. We want to assure you that the IGP is taking all necessary steps to make sure we sustain the operations of our men of the Special Intervention Squad. 600 plus personnel have been deployed, and don't forget that SIS should have 1,000 personnel. So the IGP is mopping up additional manpower to support the one we have in the Federal Capital Territory. We want to urge our traditional rulers, local government chairmen, community heads, to please partner with the police and other security agencies. Other operations will be floated, and all these operations will work pari passu to make sure we restore normalcy to the Federal Capital Territory and by extension to all our communities across the country. The message from the IGP once again is we want you Nigerians to please be on the same page with us. Support all our security operatives who are on the field fighting this battle so that we can collectively succeed in making sure we have a more secure environment for all of us in this country. To these arms that we have recovered, these are the arms we have recovered. Another set of arms. I won't always believe that some of these arms must have been taken away from our men who have been killed by these criminal elements. This is either this is for the military or the custom. They use this more. They use this small. You can see fine pistols, but very, very deadly. These are the pistols recovered from Chinaza, the Abuja-based kidnapper, who was arrested in Kaduna and returned back to us in Abuja here. You can see these are the operator pistols, polished pistols, imported pistols. In most cases, the law describes this as an offensive weapon. It's not the time somebody will carry AK to rob. I can bet you, many of you here now, you see this thing now, they say drop the thing where you carry. You just drop on JJ because you don't want to be hurt by anybody. You can see, this jackknife is an offensive weapon that you can use to rob and take people away. You can see again. You think it's imported? It's locally made. See how beautiful it is. Locally made AK-47. And possibly we use them for our good because this is fantastic. And that is the truth. It's fantastic. You can see again, no? Bismillah. You can see again, no? RPG, we don't recover another one. This is it. And our job again is to make sure we work the NSA to trace the source or sources of some of these guns that have been brought in to our communities. You can see. It's very heavy. This one only for small people. These recovered from the gun runners, those guns brand new. So we are working on how to get sources of some of these things. You can see all the pistols recovered from them. They sell all these. All these are English pistols. And I'm sure these ones definitely belong to one security agency or the other. Perhaps police pistols be there. Armed forces pistols. All of us that will use arms. We know how to go about it so that we can actually trace the source, to know the original owners of these weapons and return to them. We have a process, and if you cannot trace all these, the owners, definitely we get back to the office of the NSA. We always hand over some of these weapons to them at the Center for Control of Light Arms and Small Weapons. So we'll get to them. And you can see, you call this one EPA. They call them EPA, granite. You can see. And that's why we say, give us information. All these cases now were actually premised on reliable information from people. Then we now continue from there to use our forensic analysis to process those information to know how authentic they are, and we have been achieving in that direction. So all these supports we get from Nigerians, fantastic support. We want to urge them to continue to support us. Am I right? So just leave him alone. He, like I said the other time, he's on bail. He was charged to court for a similar offense. He's on court bail, as you see. But unfortunately, he got involved in another kidnapping case, and he was the one that was intercepted in Kaduna, arrested by Kaduna police operatives, but yesterday they brought him back to Abuja for the FCT command to carry on with the investigation and prosecution.